Hello and welcome back to OpenRCT2, Two Big Mountains. There are a few minor changes since last time, which I'll go through right now. I did some color correction on the water buffalo here, mostly in the face and the antlers and stuff, and then I also renamed 3 rides. The slide down here is now called a Skur slide because the water buffaloes were called Skur buffaloes, or Scare or Skier, however you pronounce that thing. I learned it from some wiki site covering all the Godzilla and King Kong etc. stuff. And then the Vine Strangler is no more, now it's called Mother Longlegs. That was the name of the spider. The Vine Stranglers are actually other creatures that weren't seen in the movie, but I guess they were in some extra material or web series or something like that, as drawings at least. And they were like smaller things that also strangle things with their vine thingies, but the spider itself isn't called a vine strangler, even though it has the same vines that it catches prey with. And then finally the log monster is now the spore mantis over here. So those are the little changes, and while browsing that site I also figured out the name of the birds that captured one of the guys in the Kong Skull Island movie, and they were called psycho vultures, so that would be a cool name for a ride over here somewhere. But unfortunately, while looking for a place for that, I found out that can't create new rides, less attraction, too many rides or attractions. God damn it, we've reached the limit, the hard-coded limit of the save files in the game. It's limited to 255 attractions, so when you count 103 rides plus 79 stalls plus 73 info kiosks and restrooms, we get 255. Can't create any more freaking rides. Damn it. So I think I'm gonna go through some of these restrooms and info kiosks, etc., and destroy some of them to at least be able to build like maybe one right here, possibly one here, and then one that was a request is a big giga coaster going, oh man, it's getting low framey up here, a big giga coaster or something like that going around the park. Definitely want to do that. So I think we'll be skipping out on the psycho vultures, and another thing that I could have done was the squid fight. The squid was called a Meyer squid, so we could have done that as well, but we must save the few rides that we can build by demolishing some of these 2 coasters, because it doesn't matter if it's a stall or a gentle ride or a transport ride or a coaster, it has the same limit, 255 combined. Like for example the ATMs I could easily get rid of, because that would drive people out of the park and bring more in, so I could earn more money via the admission fee here, because the rides are free, so I'm not getting money off of them. But since I'm probably not gonna build any psycho vultures or Meyer squids over here, I could start with the scenery where I left last time. So fill this place up. It's already quite full, but of course there would have been space for some small rides in there, and even a coaster could fit easily, or somewhat easily here, but we'll have to save that for this and possibly this area over here. So let's get the scenery, and I shall start with the 0 right here. Well then, a little bit of a situation report. The Zero is complete, and I also named this to Zero Crash. I think it looks pretty good considering the tools once again, compared to the reference photo, which I'm gonna post somewhere here. And I also added some discoloring to various parts of the wings here to make it seem moldy and rusted and all that. But anyway, up here we have the engine, I guess, the nose. These what are those called? Cogwheels are extra, they're just for decoration, but the fire represents that the engine is on fire after all it has crashed. And the propeller has been knocked loose down here. It was really hard to make it. This was the only setup that I could think of where it can have three what are those called, fins or whatever, instead of four, because I think usually these types of planes have three pedals, or what the hell are those called? I don't remember. Either way, the propeller is down there. Then we have the wings with these big red Japanese markings. I couldn't get the white around them unless I do like another circle below it, but then it would be too thick, I guess. Anyway, they're there, and there's vines hanging from both wings. These cogwheels are extra once again, same with those. And interesting that they keep stopping like that. Are there too many animations now? I'm exceeding the animation limit or something. And then we have these yellow lines here. Those holes I added to, I guess they could represent the machine guns or whatever armaments that the plane has. And then we have the cockpit glass thing over here, which turned out okay considering there's no slanted abstract roof in this park. It only has the walls here and these two roofs, and doesn't have the slanted from one side to the other fully slanted roof. It only has this top part for some reason. Let's see, does it have the fence? Yeah, it does have the glass wall fence there, but and also the random sculptures, but the slanted roof is missing. But anyway, that's the cockpit there. And then these cogwheels represent the markings on the side there in the photo, which will probably fit here. And we have the back wings here with the rudder, I guess, or whatever this part is called. And it's got the stripe there, although the picture looks like it has two. I forgot about that, but maybe I'll leave it at one stripe. And it's got some plants growing on it on both sides. On this side, man-eating plants. On this side, those bush things. And then this side also has the call sign, I guess, or whatever that is called, that number. Instead of X133, I did X1337. It's elite plane. And then we have this antenna thing there, although it looks like it's got some sort of thing coming from one of the wings. I forgot about that thing. Maybe I should add that. It's probably some sort of sensor, or it could be a gun. I don't know that much about World War II planes. Let's pick that part and color it with, I guess it could be rusted. It's so whatchamacallit, thin that it rusts easily or gathers moss or whatever. Could put it like here. Yeah, I guess I'll put it there. And yeah, that's it. I didn't add any wheels though. Those would be really hard to pull off though. Because like for this marking here, I had to use the cogwheel because that's pretty much the only horizontal thing that's not horizontal but vertical thing that's round. You don't have anything else to make a round vertical object, so that'll have to do. Oh yeah, and then on the wing we have this lattice support, whatever those are called, steel fences. Yeah, those to represent that rectangle there, although maybe I should change them into something like these and some red on it. Would it be too prominent then? Maybe not. It is quite thick of a line after all. So let's swap those. I've got to be careful not to delete any other parts. Steel fence. Steel fence. And one more steel fence. There we go. On this side it's on the pathway there, and let's change these into actual steel walls as well. Although I can't put it on slanted ones, damn it. I guess I can put it on this one if I can remove the fence from this angle, yes. Maybe put it here as well. Damn it, that was the bench. I need to lower the mouse DPI to get more accuracy. And where's the railing at? Pipe section now. There we go, steel fence. Looks better. And then down here we have these support things for the queue line, and also the coaster there to get rid of the original weird stupid looking this type of steel thingies that the pathway had. And then it's got vines on both sides hanging from the sides in the cockpit. You could also put some plants up here. What would that look like? Turn them into moss color, just like with the ox thing. Would that look weird a little bit? Let's take them out. How would they grow on glass? They wouldn't get enough nutrients. I guess the vines can survive, but not moss that well. At first I went with a fuselage that was 3 blocks wide, but then I realized that this wing here would have been too short. Even now it's a little bit short. Both of these should be much longer, but we have the park edge here. I could have turned it to face another way, but originally I was planning on making the propeller here, but then afterwards realized that it's impossible to do up there, or like have it attached to this anyway, so in any meaningful looking way, so I just put it down there. And I can't even like add a cogwheel or something attached to it, because it always goes too far. Like from this angle you'd think that it would be attached, but then it's all the way over here. Those things are so thin, they occupy half a square. Let's see if I try it like here. Find that pole. Yeah, you can see how far it is there. Too far away from it to look like it's attached. But turned out quite well. It's much more recognizable shape than the ox thing here.